I don't know, man. To be fair, I still think there's a gaping hole. We still need another centre back. I'm really bemused why we haven't done that. There's 1 day left and we're not linked to anybody. So I'm really confused what's going on there, because I feel that Van de Ven and Romero are two top quality centre backs, and they formed a great partnership already. But if someone gets injured, then things can happen. I mean, in the first game, Romero went off with a concussion. He didn't want to come off, but he had to. I think it was the right call. And then we're thrown back into the deep end with Davinson Sanchez. So we're only one injury or one, slight mishap away from back to where we were last summer. Still feel we're short in the centre forward, the striker division. Richarlison, for all his hard work and endeavours and effort, isn't really pulling up trees. He got a goal midweek. Hopefully that helps. But when we're looking at his performances, they're not great. It doesn't really fill you with confidence. I want the guy to come good, but realistically, do we have the time to keep waiting and waiting and waiting? And none of us have seen what this Feliz kid is like. He's meant to be good, but again, until you see him in the Premier League, see him in the flesh, you can't really judge him. So I don't know. Again, are we linked to any strikers? It doesn't look like it. So I'm really confused and worried with 1 day left. The two big gaping holes that which we're all hoping would be sorted before the window even opened. There's nothing going on. We're linked to, a winger or maybe a centre midfielder, which I don't know. I'm really confused. You want to be positive. You want your club to do, but if I'm being real, I just think it's a piece of shit, really. I just don't understand the logic behind it. I don't understand the thinking. I don't understand. If we're trying to get back into European football, we've got no Europe during the week. Why don't we position ourselves to really have a tilt at it? You're seeing Brighton, Aston Villa, all these clubs really go for it. And we're just messing. It just feels like we're twiddling our thumbs and we're hoping something could come across. Even this Brennan Johnson, if we're really serious about him, why haven't we pulled the trigger and actually put a bid in? Why have we waited to the last day to potentially do something? I just don't understand the reasoning behind it. I kind of do. I just think that Daniel Levy's not a serious guy. He's not about football success. It's about everything other. For him, it's just about the imagery. He wants to look the part, but he doesn't want to be the part. And time again, the fans are giving him so many excuses. We've always allowed him to, essentially hoodwink us. The stadium, COVID, this, that. Now it's the excuse that the squad is bloated. Yeah, we've got 28 players. I know we can only field or we can only list 25. But again, we knew this before the window opened. With 24 hours to left, why are we still in this position? No other club goes for this nonsense. So yeah, I always try and be positive. I always try and see the goodness in Spurs, but I'm just kind of like, I'm bored of it really, and I'm just confused as to why we're still in the same position. Harry Kane left. What's going on with the Harry Kane money? Like, why have we not gone out and actually been ambitious? Why have we not? And again, we don't have to go out and spend 80 million, 90 million on a striker, but at least give Ange Postecoglou the tools to actually have a go at it. I think that the football's good. I think that he's a good manager, but I just feel that we're a bit short. And I really feel that we're 1 or 2 injuries away from being in a real pickle. If Son goes down, or if Romero goes down, or Van de Ven goes down for a while, I feel that we're in trouble. Even Basuma and Sarr, AFCON in January. Who's going to come in? The team's going to look completely different to what it looks like now. So I'm confused as to what's going on and why we haven't really made the moves that we need to really get the team what it needs. But I don't know. Well, I see what the other guys think, but I'm struggling to understand the logic behind the moves that we're making or not making right now.
And I've been arguing with some people on Twitter about this, where they'll be going, we need to look forward and stuff like that, and you can't replace Harry Kane. You can't replace Harry Kane. He's irreplaceable. But you're losing 25 to 30 goals a season. You need to try to replace that. And people going, Andrew said he wants a fluid front three. Well, frankly, I don't believe that. If you sat down with him and said, we're replacing Harry Kane, do you want to get another winger in and play it a bit fluid, and we can maybe lob Son in there if Richarlison isn't playing so well? Or do you want us to go out and buy a striker for you? He's obviously going to go and buy a striker and want it. So I don't buy that. And I think people are using that as a red herring. And I think people are using the fact that we started the first few games quite well as actually, we don't need Kane because we've got a fluid front three and goals are coming from everywhere. It's nonsense and it's unacceptable. And no top club in world football, no top club sells your absolute best player and buys no one.
But right now, we're a bit short and 1 or 2 injuries, and we're going to fall by the wayside, and everyone will be like, oh, I told you so, you guys aren't good enough. But it's not that the first 11's not good enough, the squad isn't. And all the other teams have got a deeper squad. Even Aston Villa was strengthened. All these other teams are doing what they need to do, and it's just negligence. I just think that, I don't know, I think that, does Daniel Levy think we're stupid, or is it that we're so loyal we're just going to blindly follow him and the club regardless of what happens? And you don't want to be one of these guys inciting riots and inciting doom and gloom, but it gets to the point where you really have to say, what the hell is going on, and when is this going to change? Where's Scott Munn? Why is he not here during this critical period? Where's the DOF? Why is Daniel Levy still handling these things in such a crucial moment? We've sold our best ever player, and yet again it's Daniel Levy controlling and navigating what comes in and what goes out. I just think it's criminal. We've just done the same thing time and time and time again. How are we going to expect a different result?
So we're 24 hours time. We've got, ideally, in an ideal world, you'd probably say we've got 8 deals to do in and out in the combination of the two to get a perfect window in. And 2 of those, if you hit Johnson and Gallagher into that fold, you're at 100 million basically. And are you really expecting the club to drop 100 million on deadline day? It's just not going to happen, is it? It's just not going to happen, as much as wishful thinking can take you. So I am an optimist. I like to be optimistic, but it's a real difficult one at the moment to see how we go into the rest of the season in a better place than we're currently in, unfortunately.